Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hype RC. In today's video, we're going to be doing the Stage 3 upgrades to our Traxxas TRX4M Bronco. So we've got a new list of upgrades we're going to put on this thing. We're going to go over the pros and cons and everything in between. We did get the new Holmes Hobbies brush motor. So we're going to put that 66-turn brush motor in this rig. It's got the low-speed transmission in it. So we're going to see if that doesn't give us a little more wheel speed and allow us to keep that low-end torque with these Holmes Hobbies motors. Let's get over to the bench and see what we got. So in Stage 3 upgrades on our Traxxas TRX4M Bronco, we got in the new Proline Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X tires. We also got in the new Proline trenchers in the 1.0. Those are going to be awesome. We got the new Injora Driveshafts, so we're going to be able to take care of that O-ring situation. I got me some AliExpress shock towers specials. We'll try those out. Also got the Injora 7-kilogram servo to stick in the front, but thing I'm excited about the most is to get these Holmes Hobbies 180 brush motors in. Super nice. I was going to put this big block from Mofo in, but it's actually only a 130 size motor. You can see there's a huge size difference in there. So I'm going to save this for maybe a FCX24 project or something different. So that's not going to go in, but I think we're going to put the 66-turn Holmes Hobby in the Bronco because it's got the low gears in it. I've got to get started on the upgrades for the Defender. It's still got the stock transmission, and we're going to put the 87-turn Holmes Hobbies motor in that, but I'm going to get all this stuff put on, and then we're going to get out and get it tested. All right, let's take a look at the two Injora upgrades we did to our Traxxas TRX4M Bronco. All right, guys, let's go over the Injora upgrades we did on stage 3. So we put in their drive shafts and their 7-kilogram servo. So let's test the servo out. It's quick. I like the way it'll pull the wheel up over the top of something. So I'm extremely impressed with that. I did have to shave off about 30 thousandths to get it to fit in, but other than that, it's pretty much a drop in. And then the new drive shafts are super smooth. They run great. You don't have to worry about the O-ring and the pin dropping out anymore. So anytime you rub or hit something or eventually wear through that O-ring, you're not going to have that problem anymore with these Injora drive shafts. All right, guys, let's go over the rest of the Stage 3 upgrades we did to our Traxxas TRX4M Bronco. Let's talk about these Proline MT Baja wheels and tires that we put on here. I didn't have a whole lot of time to get this rig put together so we could get outside and test it before the weather turned, but it was still cold and it was still wet, and these tires outperform my expectations, which for Proline, that's really saying something. But they keep the scale look to this rig, and Proline compound is just so hard to beat. They also come on a 3-piece beadlock set, so for guys out there that don't have any beadlocks, this will allow you to change in and out the foams and or anti-foams that you might want to put in it down the road. So that is just an all-pro upgrade for this rig. Let's talk about the AliExpress shock towers that we put on. Those performed very well also. Anytime you can get some adjustability and be able to tweak the suspension on this rig is always going to benefit you. They're made out of anodized aluminum. The cons are that the holes didn't line up just right, but with a little bit of tweaking, we got them to fit, and anything from AliExpress always takes a lot of time to get here. But we did hit a new record of 53 degrees on our incline. That definitely has something to do with being able to adjust these shocks. It's a hard body. Now we're still getting a lot of torque twist, so I'm going to have to take this suspension and I'm going to have to start looking at stiffer springs and stiffer oil to really get the rest of that out of here. But all in all, it's performing very well. And so now let's talk about the Holmes Hobbies 66-turn brush motor that we put in this thing. I like what Holmes Hobbies did with the 66-turn for the low gear set. Once you put a low gear set from Traxxas in this thing, it is a crawler. It is no longer going to be a trail truck. You're not going to get that speed back with a brushed motor, but the way that this performed and the wheel speed that it gave it back, I really highly recommend that for anybody that's put the low gears in their crawler. The magnets are extremely strong, and the one thing that I really like that Holmes Hobbies did is that you don't have to do any soldering. He came out with these really cool plugs that plug directly into the factory ESC, so it is literally a plug-and-play motor for these rigs, so that saves a lot of time and effort into soldering wires, the correct size wires, finding the right size plugs to put in. He took care of all that for you. It's on there for a very cheap price. The only con to these is you can't get your hands on them because they sold out just like that, but I think they just got more back in stock. So all in all, I'm extremely pleased with the Stage 3 upgrades we did on this. So stick around. I've got more upgrades coming for this. Hit the subscribe and like button for me and ring that bell so you can catch my next video. Support your local hobby shops and bash, crawl, repeat. We'll see you next time.